I have figured out how to literally force yourself to rank up fast, even on days that you are playing terribly. I'm sure you have had those weeks where you would do everything in your power to aim well, but always start whiffing in your ranked games and end up bottom fragging. You start feeling guilty, frustrated, and you actually start to get worse. But here's the truth. It's not because you're untalented or unlucky, it's all because you aren't applying the right methods to force yourself to reach Immortal faster than everyone else. In this video, I'll be showing you 4 easy methods that no one in the Valorant comm talks about, which will help you rank up insanely fast even when you're playing badly. But before we get started, if you struggle with internet issues even after trying everything you can to lower it, then I recommend you guys to try GearUp Booster. GearUp Booster is a software that allows you to massively reduce ping, stabilize your game, and improve latency as easy as just one click. Oftentimes your routing server and your connection in the game are vastly different, so this helps you in this process by finding the best servers for you to ensure a high quality gaming experience without any packet loss or lag. As you can see here, my internet goes from a staggering 60 ping to now 18 ping after I turn it on. GearUp Booster is also completely safe to use, and the best part is you can try it completely free using my link in the top of the description and pinned comment to try it out yourself, as you'll be given a free trial for their VIP membership to see if it's the right fit for you. Before going to the first method, I want to ask you a question. What do you think differentiates a pro from the average ranked player? You can probably come up with a lot of things like better mechanics, more experience, or better positioning. However, a heavily underlooked skill that many seem to forget due to how many people rage solo queue is simply just playing together. And not just playing together, but getting trades, double swinging, and having perfect timings on executes. All of these lead to a heavy increase in win rate because every single fight or situation you take, doing it together is always better than doing it alone. Now this might sound obvious, but I guarantee lots of you might be coping right now saying, yeah, but Rooney, in gold, everyone doesn't have a brain. There is no way I can coordinate with my team down here. Which, I won't lie to you, is true and will be true even when you reach Radiant. This is normal, only because if you think about it, everyone in your games will be different from the next. Playstyles, comps, and maps will change, your mental is all over the place, and there are so many random variables that you need to think about. So, how are we able to improve in this skill of playing together and optimizing our duels even when everyone around us are completely useless? Which is why I want to introduce the copycat method. The copycat method is a very simple technique that even my younger brother, who I coach, was able to reach Immortal for the first time at just 11 years old. So if someone in grade 5 can do it, you can 100% do it too. To break down the copycat method, the main objective is to, as it says, become a copycat with any teammate around you. So for example, if you see a teammate running in front of you, run with them and prepare yourself to get their trade. Or if you see your jet dashing out onto site, be prepared to run through the smoke with a flash to help them out. Again, this is a very simple concept. Whatever the person around you is doing, just become a copycat of theirs. This allows you to increase the chances of taking duels together, trading out together, winning more gunfights, and overall promotes more team play, which is the core concept of Valorant. Just to prove you even more, I was able to use this method not only to help my brother reach Immortal at 11 years old, but also help myself reach Immortal 3 in just 1.5 months of playing. And if you want proof of all my credentials, because many people love to think I'm lying to grab a quick buck off YouTube, you can go to my Discord link down below and check out all the proof you need. And speaking of Discord, if you're interested in potentially getting paid to play Valorant, enter exclusive giveaways where this month I'll be giving out 2 wooden keyboards to VIP members, receive a monthly coaching session from me, and learn how to balance gaming while improving your life. Join the 1% Club. In this VIP community, I'll be coaching everyone personally, where I've helped over 350 students reach their rank goals as fast as possible without having to sacrifice thousands of hours and dollars. I will be also giving everyone the secrets that I wished I knew when I first started playing that helped me reach Immortal in a month while losing 100 pounds, balance straight A's in high school, get into my dream university for economics, build a business that helps me pay for my parents' mortgage, and still have time to spend with my lovely girlfriend. I will also be hosting competitions and rewards based on players who progress within the communities, such as literally giving you $100 just for playing good and improving. I have only 25 spots left as my time is limited, so make sure to take advantage of this insane deal as it's only $1.66 per day by clicking the top link in the description. As good as the copycat method is, without understanding this next piece of advice, everything you have learned up until this point will be useless. So let me ask you a question. I want you to picture two people. Person A, who is unhealthy, gets no sleep, mindlessly plays 8 hours every day, never warms up, does grid shot for 2 hours, and doesn't really care about doing the bare minimum but still expects to be amazing at Valorant. Or person B, who is disciplined with their health, who understands that doing the hard work will result in their success, who studies the game, who consistently aim trains with proven aim routines that work from better players, and knows in order for them to rank up fast, they need to go above and beyond everyone else around them. Who do you think will rank up faster? If you answered person B, then you're exactly right. But what are they specifically doing differently that makes them improve so much easier than others? Which leads into our second lesson in this video to force yourself to improve, which is to prioritize growth multipliers. So many people, including me when I first started, would spend our time doing tasks that felt productive and felt like it was important to do to rank up, but in reality, they weren't, and was just a big fat waste of time. A common example I see players do is grid shot. I know so many people who have crazy high grid shot scores on aim labs and then go into Valorant expecting to top frag every game but end up playing worse than everyone else on the team. And also, they always end up to be hard stuck gold. Why is that? Aren't they aim training? Aren't they doing something good? Well, in theory, yes, but it isn't considered a growth multiplier because grid shot alone will not improve your aim. Another common example is people playing a shit ton of death matches without set goals and blasting music with no thoughts behind their eyes. Obviously, you won't improve as drastically with this compared to just doing less death matches with intention and goals behind every session. Now, with that being said, you might be questioning now, what are the most important growth multipliers that I should be prioritizing to force me to rank up fast? I like to break it down into 3 categories: mastering your aim, mastering your game sense, and mastering your mentality. First, for you to master your aim, the growth multiplier that I want you to focus on that will help you become an insane aimer is that I want you to have a set warm-up and aim routine that you do every single day. What you should be doing is warming up on an aim trainer for just 10 to 20 minutes before you play your ranked games and 30 minutes after you play your session. This is literally the cheat code to forcing yourself to rank up without needed effort. Just put in the consistent, dedicated hours and watch your aim get so good you feel like you're cheating. Luckily for you, I already have a whole free document to use that helps me rank up to Immortal 3 in just 1.5 months of playing. The aim training Google Doc is linked in the description, where you can access my VIP exclusive Kovacs playlist that has helped so many of my students rank up 300 plus RR in just a couple of days when using it. Next is mastering game sense. The growth multiplier that I want you to prioritize here is VOD reviewing. There is no secret that VOD reviewing will grant you unreal benefits in terms of your game sense and decision making. It is the hack that you need to implement in your improvement to literally force your rank to skyrocket without even trying to. But a lot of you guys don't do it, mostly because it's boring and takes a good amount of time. So instead, I want you to apply the 6-minute method. The 6-minute method is you gathering 6 clips of you dying, taking gunfights, playing retakes, playing sites, or playing post plants. Then I want you to watch back these 6 clips after every ranked session and ask yourself 3 questions. 1. What happened and what went wrong? 2. What should I change to prevent that from happening again? And 3. What am I going to do in this next round to make sure I improve? Always asking yourself these 3 questions is the cornerstone of improving in literally anything, even outside of the game. I asked these 3 questions when I was studying for exams, whenever I got a question wrong, or losing weight when I felt stagnant with my progress, and even building this YouTube channel for videos that didn't perform well. This is a hack that will help you improve in anything effortlessly, and is the main step that I use in the 6-minute method when reviewing my own games. And now lastly is mastering your mentality. Improving your mentality is a hard thing to develop, especially since it's such a nuanced category that everyone experiences differently. What I believe is one of the best growth multipliers to improve your mentality towards the game and increase your discipline to do hard things is to shorten the gap between action and thought. So many people end up procrastinating on tasks or get lazy because they just never start to begin with. Studies show that starting a task 5 minutes increases the chances of you finishing the work by 90%, which is why shortening the gap between you thinking about it and you applying action is so important, because usually once you start, you're already committed to finishing it out. A method that I like using when I really struggle with going to the gym and aim training was called the 3-2-1 method. The 3-2-1 method is super easy. All you need to do is count down from 3 and then do the hard task when it reaches 1. So for the gym, if I'm laying in bed and tired to go, I would count down from 3, and the moment it hit 1, I would force myself to get up and start going to the gym. Or for aim training, I would count down from 3 right before I play, and the moment it hit 1, I open Kovacs to start my routine. This is one of the best growth multipliers that you must apply today, as it will not only help you do the boring tasks that you can't seem to do normally, but it also helps you get rid of the anxious, procrastinating feeling and lock in to do the work. Now, before going into this third point, to literally force yourself to rank up fast, I want to tell you a story. Before I was born, my father was a smoker and he was quite addicted to it. All his friends around him normalized cigarettes, and it relieved the stress he had when coming to a new country and working countless overnight shifts to buy a home. But suddenly, he quit that bad habit and actually never touched a cigarette again, even though most of the people around him still do it constantly. So, what changed? Which is to find your competing interest to kill all of your bad, lazy habits. A competing interest is when 2 or more goals or desires pull you in opposite directions, and these interests often conflict with each other, which makes it harder for you to commit to one thing without sacrificing something else. Basically, it's you wanting different things at the same time, but can only choose one. To put into context of myself and competing in Valorant, the reason why I was able to rank up so quickly and reach Immortal in just 1 month wasn't because I got lucky. I simply knew my competing interests, which was A, I could quit right here, not chase my dreams, and go live a comfortable life with schooling. Or B, work that much harder to balance it all so that I can pay off my parents' mortgage and live my dream life, which is to make gaming and inspiring others my full-time job. If you notice, one reason is a lot more impactful than the other. The reason for this is because for you to force yourself to do hard things, it isn't just you feeling motivated. You have to have a great reason why. That was how I was able to stick out the countless of hours of aim training I did, the hundreds of hours of VOD reviewing I had, the thousands of late night gym sessions, and the endless nights of studying for exams and making YouTube videos that paid off for all of my university. It was all because I had a strong competing interest and a purpose to do all the things that I do. To be quite honest, this can be anything. This can be you investing into a Valorant coaching program or a gym membership, which pushes you to show up for yourself because you're putting in the upfront investment. I have been obsessed with how to rank up fast because I've been obsessed with teaching others because I've been obsessed with helping my parents pay off their mortgage. Everything I do is because of the competing interest that I have, and an actual step that I want you to take for yourself is to find that competing interest that is so good it forces you to become better and break your bad habits. For example, in terms of Valorant, if one of our main problems is overpeaking, have a competing interest of wanting to win more post plants. This forces you to calm down your bad habit and revert back to proper play and only peak when your teammate shoots and you swing off of that. Or you call for a double swing with your teammate, which always guarantees the trade. Or an example in terms of studying, if one of our main problems is procrastination, having a competing interest of wanting to retire mom so she doesn't have to work anymore. This literally forces you to lock in every time you feel tired or sad about doing work because you know that at the end of the day, for your mom to live a comfortable life that she deserves, you need to work harder than you did yesterday to achieve that. Finally, here is the last lesson I have for you guys today to force yourself to rank up fast. But let me pause real quick and ask you this. Are you someone who is able to stay accountable for your own improvement? I know that one of my personal biggest problems that I had with ranking up fast and even with this YouTube channel was simply putting accountability onto myself to actually do the work. I see so many people fail and fall into laziness because there's simply no stress driving them to get better. So how do I fix this issue for myself? I used the method of public accountability. If you're a longtime viewer of mine, you can probably tell what my biggest goal is, which is to obviously pay off my parents' mortgage. The reason why I say this in almost every single video or every Discord post or even on my Ko-Fi page of my VIP community, which is because I want everyone to know so I can keep myself accountable in reaching that goal. Every goal that I've set for myself, I've always, and I mean always, told everyone around me. This was because I felt the stress and pressure from it, and it forced me to actually achieve the goals I set because I didn't want to disappoint others or let anyone down. I apply this mostly to losing weight, getting better grades, this YouTube channel, my finances, and of course, Valorant as well. And how did I do this? I simply found one person who shared a similar goal to me and used them as my accountability partner. So for my weight loss, I used my friend Josh as an accountability partner, and we both helped each other lose 100 pounds in a span of just 1.5 years together. Or with Valorant, I had a weekly meeting with my coach to ensure that I was always on the right track. But to make all this work, I recommend you to meet up with your accountability partner every 1 to 2 weeks and run down these 5 questions. 1. What did you do this week? 2. What went really well? 3. What have you been struggling with? 4. What are your next steps to improve? And 5. What are your next week goals to hit? This 5-step questionnaire that you answer gives each other clarity on what you're doing well and what you're doing wrong, and an actionable step on what to do next to stay focused towards your goals. This is a broken hack that I think everyone needs to implement to force yourself to rank up as fast as possible in a short amount of time. Again, I already have all this set up in my VIP coaching community, where you can find like-minded players just like you who are wanting to achieve big things in Valorant while still prioritizing their life goals as well. I appreciate everyone for watching and staying till the end. And if you struggle with terrible teammates and want to get so good that your team doesn't matter anymore, watch the video that pops up on screen to have all that answered for you. And remember, you only fail when you stop trying. I'll see you soon. Mwah.